I'm Maya from Naturally Improving Me, and today is going to be another back stretches video. Now, I've gotten a lot of requests on different kinds of back stretches, and I've already filmed those videos. I'll leave the links to them in this video if you want to see them. First one was how to do a back bend, different ways to do a back bend, back stretches if your back is stiff, different yoga poses that are good for your back, full body flexibility videos focused on flexibility in your back. Now, the stretches that I'm going to do today are just like my personal favorite back stretches, like my 5 favorite back stretches to do if I'm just like stretching or doing some type of full body workout and need to stretch out my back. Now, I'm going to start off with the really sort of simple ones, like the seal stretch and the cow stretch, or the cow pose or seal pose, or whichever way you say it. Anyway, the cow pose is pretty simple. It kind of stretches the same part of your back as the seal stretch. It's like you're on both hands and knees and you bring your tailbone downward. And then with the seal stretch, you pretty much do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and back up just a little bit so you can see. You keep your legs straight like this. And you try to get your back to curve as much as you possibly can while pushing your hips towards the floor. Now, I usually hold each of those for about 30 seconds to a minute while I'm stretching, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and just do like quick versions of each of those stretches because the person asked what are my favorite stretches, and I just wanted to give like an example of each. Now, that was for the simple ones. Now, I'm trying to think of which one I should do next. Probably the, I don't even know what this is called. I sort of like invented it myself. It's kind of like a, when you're on a chair, and you're just like, you push yourself down and you push yourself up. It's normally for an arm exercise, but I found that when I was doing it for like arm exercises, it worked really well with stretching out my lower back, like putting your hands right here and then like curving your back in. You don't have to like do the up and down motion on the chair because that for me is like mostly for like an arm workout. But what I do is I put my legs a lot further out like this, and just like lean my head back like this. And it really does stretch out your shoulders, the inner part of your arm, and your tailbone. Now, the more you walk towards it, the harder it is to do. And the higher you do it on, the better. That's why I have pillows on the chair, so I don't end up hurting my back. Alright. Now that's sort of simple because the higher it is, the easier it is to do, and you keep your legs pretty far away from the chair, so you can start it off like really easy, like a really beginner stretch if you have it really high and have your legs really far apart, or it can be more advanced if it's really low down and you have your legs really close to it, because it's kind of like doing a back bend. You know, the closer your legs are to it, the more like bended you are. Like, I think that's the right way to say it. Alright, so that was number 3. Number 4, of course, is a back bend, and number 5 is the plow pose, which I have a video on. I'll leave a link to it in one of the corners of this video. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead, move the chair out the way, and go into the back bend. I'm going to pull my hair back first so that I don't end up getting them caught under my hands. Alright. And if you have long hair, you might want to do that too, so you don't like snag your hair on your hands with a carpet or anything. So basically, my goal when I do a back bend is to get my chest to go over my arms this direction, like my arms right here, and my chest to go over it. Or if I'm doing, trying to work on stretches for my lower back, like near my tailbone, I'll try to get my legs straight, which really sort of like bends that part of your back, and it really helps with flexibility, especially if you try to like do it on your elbows with your legs straight. It's sort of like an extended back bend. Really helps with that. I'm not going to go much into like advanced stretches. These are just the ones that I like to do on a daily basis, like regular back bend and then a back bend on my elbows. So I'm going to show you those. I'm going to move a little bit further down so you can see. And I mostly push up with my legs because I really do need to work on my arm muscle strength. My arms are not the strongest, but I mostly try to balance my weight as much on my legs as I possibly can. So I have it like this, and you basically want your chest to go past your arms. Like, I going to try to walk my hands towards my legs a little bit and then bring my chest past it. Or I'll try to get my legs completely together, which really stretches out your arms. Or you could try to do it a third way, which is on your elbows, which really stretches out your lower back. Alright, now I just kind of plop out of those. You can sort of rotate sideways out of it and come up. But if you're doing some really advanced stretch or a stretch that you've never done before, you really want to sort of be slow with it and come up out of it as easily as possible so you don't end up pulling something. So that's pretty much it for back bend. Now for the fifth stretch, I'm kind of out of breath right now. It's the plow pose. Now the plow pose is one of my favorite stretches because it kind of showed me how to get my leg behind my head, how to do the bound lotus. Because with the plow pose, while your legs are straight up, I'll try to bend this foot on the thigh of this leg while they're in the air. And it helps me get my legs into the bound lotus pose without yanking them. So that's it for that. I'm going to go ahead and show you the plow pose. Alright, now it's like this, and you have your legs up like this, and you want to keep them as straight as you possibly can, and then let them fall back. Just let them slowly fall back, and my knees always sort of bend right when they get close to my face. And if you can, just slowly let them drop backwards. And I will literally do this for an entire minute, just letting it slowly drop towards my face, but I'm going to try to speed it up just a little bit today for the video, and try to get your legs to go behind your head. Or you could get them into a bound lotus pose, put the foot of one on top of the thigh, and then do that. So when you come down, your legs are in this position, and you can just get into the bound lotus pose, which is actually really great for your back, especially if you're doing this while you're in the stretch, placing your head to the ground while you're in it. I haven't done it in probably a week or so, or maybe a couple weeks, because it feels really stiff when I do it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and come out of it. So that's it. Those are that was actually 6 stretches because I showed you the bound lotus at the end, which I really like for back stretches. So those were my 6 best or favorite stretches that I like to do on a daily basis. The bound lotus is pretty much a special stretch, I would say, because I don't do it that often. It's one that I do every now and then if I need to stretch out my knees or if I really, really feel like my back is stiffened up. So that's pretty much it. So the person that requested this video, I hope that it was helpful. If you have any other videos, requests, suggestions, comments, concerns, corrections, you can go ahead and leave that in the comment box. You can subscribe to stay updated on new videos. I do post once a week or more than once a week anytime I get video requests. You can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram, all at Naturally Improving Me. You can message me through my YouTube inbox. And I hope that this video was helpful to the person that requested it, and thank you for watching.